Today, we're going to integrate floor of x multiplied by x multiplied by the ceiling of x from 0 to 100. So as always, with floor and ceiling functions, we'll integrate from one integer to the next integer. So what happens to our floor function? It will be the lower bound, just the n. The ceiling function will be the upper bound, i.e. n plus 1. And x itself will stay just as x. This section then, the n plus 1, is just a constant. So we'll take that out the front. So we'll have n plus 1. Then we've got the integral of just x. Integrating this gives us x squared on 2, which you need to evaluate at n plus 1 and n. We'll take the 2 out the front. And subbing in n plus 1, we'll get n plus 1 squared. So n squared plus 2n plus 1. Then subbing in n, we'll get n squared. So take away n squared. These two n squareds will cancel then. And what we're left with is 2n plus 1. So altogether, we've got n plus 1, 2n plus 1, all divided by 2. So now then, we're able to rewrite our integral in terms of this thing we've just found in terms of n. So this then is equal to the sum. We want to start from 0, so our lower bound to be 0, so n starts at 0, up to 100, so our upper bound being 100, i.e. n plus 1 is 100, so n is going to be 99. Of what we just found, n plus 1, 2n plus 1, all divided by 2. We'll whack the half out the front, and we'll expand the brackets. What will that give us? Well, we'll have, here we would have 2n squared, so that's going to be 2n cubed, plus 2n, plus another n, makes plus 3n, multiplied by the n, we've got 3n squared. And then finally, 1 times 1 gives us a 1, so that's an n on the end. Next then, we'll separate this out into lots of summations of each different power we have. So for the first one, we'll have the sum, n from 0 to 99. The half and the 2 will cancel out, so just got the sum of n cubed. Plus then, again, sum of, from n is 0 to 99, 3 on 2, lots of n squared. And lastly, a half, sum from n equals 0 to 99 of n. Now then, we're able to sub in the known quantities for the results of these summations. So for cubes, we're going to have 1/4 of n squared, n plus 1 squared. And in this case, n is going to be the 99. For the squares, it's a 1/6 of n plus 1, 2n plus 1. And again, it's going to be 99 as the value of n. And for the single powers, we have n plus 1, all divided by 2. So subbing these all in with n is 99, what are we going to get? Well, we'll have 1/4, lots of 99 squared, multiplied by 100 squared. Here then, the 3 on 2 and the 6th will give us 1/4 again. So 1/4 of n, which is 99, times by 100, times by 199 for 2n plus 1. Lastly then, we have a half of a half, which is another 1/4, multiplied by n, i.e. 99, multiplied by 100. If we stick this all together then, the final answer is 24997500.